Good afternoon. So, good news that I have my microscope back, which is incredible. Let me remind you that this is a magical microscope actually, because it at some point it started to work without the transformer attached to it, like no electricity. I mean, the microscope light is needed for the black light. This is the only part that needs light, but it needs electricity. But it requires electricity, and at some point it just stopped work. I mean, requiring DC. Also, I have a transformer that is suitable for that microscope. So if the magic will stop, working, I'll have a transformer. Two explanations that I have two explanations for this phenomenon. One is that someone, apparently, a person of this or another intelligence service, just, messed with my microscope. Maybe they inserted like internal battery, because there is no like a visible way to insert a battery. It's not. It's not something that works. With batteries. You can't like. I don't want to like I don't have another microscope, and I don't want to actually like disassemble it and see the internals. But there is no like a place to put the battery. But maybe someone, I don't know, with some clever spy from this Mission Impossible team or another, so that it's funny to insert a battery. Maybe also on the way also to of course. To attach the kind of like a recording mechanism. I don't know. It's only. This is the only possibility out of two. The other one is that the neurons themselves messed with the microscope, because obviously this microscope is like a lot of neuro juice were like spilled over it, like over the months of experiments. So it's full with nanobots that perhaps have done something to it that it will work without electricity. I don't know. It doesn't require much electricity, because it's just a simple, like a little LED light, small LED light, but it requires electricity for the light. So it's either like an intelligence person that attached like a recording device to the microscope, and on the way thought that it will be funny to also insert a battery, or that the nanobots did it. It's both options are pretty incredible, but I've seen more incredible stuff in my life, so at that point I'm kind of like not. Anyway, I will need. In order to start working with the microscope, I need to prepare slides. I have only one slide, which was I found on the microscope, but I will need to prepare more. Like I'll do it from plastic, of course, and will try to to cover it with sellotape, which is like kind of like a thin duct tape, which is very uncomfortable, but I've done it in the past. It's gives you some information. We can work with it. I've started just just now I've prepared like a slide. I placed just a drop of from three mixtures. One that is contained mostly my semen and a little bit of polydyne and the alcohol, and one which is mixed with oil and other stuff, and one is from the container that is currently in the electrolysis chamber. What I really wanted to see if that I wanted to verify that actually we can see some neurons, and why not actually? Why shouldn't we? It's all comes from like thin mixtures, so it shouldn't contain like solid stuff like like works of art or something like that, because it just came from mixtures. But we should see neurons, and we already see a little bit of them. Wait a second. So it's gonna be difficult to use the just a second. So it's going to be a while since I will be able to produce quality videos. I need to find a way how to use I've done it with kind of like a soft modeling clay, not clay, like plastilina it's called, like, I mean, kind of like a polymer that is mainly used by kids. But I don't have it. I do have a little bit of clay, but clay is getting like, it dries, and then, I mean, it will stick to the microscope and this foam, which is not, I mean, it's not, you see here you see the two of them, like, I mean, two Neros, one adjacent to the other. This is very typical, like the fractal group, Chavuat, what's called, like, I mean, like the famous mathematical group or set, Mandelbrot set, yeah. We can zoom in to see it maybe better, just a second. Yeah, so now we see the Mandelbrot set. This is a common thing to see with Neros. The two circles, one smaller than the other. These look like these look like, I mean, like life forms. That, I mean, the little, I mean, strings. You can find it a lot in whatever, like, compartment that you put Neros. Like, this is maybe one of the most basic, like, constructions. Like, you see that all over the place. The little strings. So actually, I mean, I'm kind of like, it's difficult for me to take maybe I'll stop now because my hands, like, I mean, I need a better way to actually, I mean, to produce videos. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, there are Neros here over here, so, I mean, we can start perform the experiments. And I said my main objective is to test theories with regarding to the yellow pools and electromagnetism, and to see if indeed those two phenomena, the yellow pools and electromagnetism, are first related to each other, and second, more importantly, related to cloning, which is something that, I mean, I'll be very happy to prove that is possible. I'm sure it is possible, and I have a lot of, like, I mean, circumstantial evidence, but I do not have, like, a real proof of that. I mean that cloning, I mean, can be performed, like, in like systematically. I mean, not one or two, but like systematically. It's possible to clone the Neros outside my body, and of course it will be amazing if I find, like, a way to do it systematically, and then we'll have a lot of Neros and nanobots, and, I mean, פרו מילאו את הארץ, as they say in Genesis. And so, bye for now.